Alright, so it's time to go see. Alright, hey guys, so we just watched the new Halloween movie.
No, we didn't.
What?
No, we didn't.
What are we reviewing?
We watched something else. Do you not remember what we watched?
What did we watch?
My Little Pony 2! Oh no, sorry. Happy Death Day 2!
Yo, we saw a trailer for Happy Death Day 2.
It looks absolutely ridiculously
Garbage.
stupid.
Anyways, okay, let's get back to the Halloween. So,
Oh yeah, Halloween. We did watch that.
yeah, like, not that long ago. Anyways, so we were really excited before we watched this movie, of course. I did watch we both watched the original movie, but I actually watched it only recently because I'd never seen it before. I know how much praise the original movie gets, but the thing is, to me, it was kind of cheesy.
It's dated.
It's kind of dated, but I understand why it's so rewatchable and everything, and I know that a lot of the stuff that are now cliches in horror started, with that movie. But, I was really excited to see what this movie had to offer. Much older Laurie Strode, I was expecting, the Sarah Connor vibe that everyone was talking about, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
I did like that there was kind of still a broken down vibe about her from, what she had experienced in the original
she's
film.
kind of messed.
Yeah, but basically in this movie, it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night, and locked up in an institution, Myers manages to escape when his bus transfer goes horribly wrong. And Laurie now faces a terrifying showdown when the masked madman returns to Haddonfield, but this time she thinks she's ready for him.
Woo!
But, you'll have to see when you watch the movie, I guess.
So this movie, the reviews, we looked at the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes like a billion times.
Now, the reviews for this movie on Rotten Tomatoes came out pretty early.
Yeah.
It was like a month and a half ago that it was out, and it was 93% in the beginning. And I was like, oh yeah.
I was so excited at that point.
This was probably my most anticipated at that point. But it started going down the tomato meter. I think it's now it's at 80, but it was at 79 before we watched the movie.
No,
we just kept watching it change.
Yeah. It changed each time we reloaded the page. Went from 79, 83, 81. I'm like, ah.
Oh, we were just alright, we'll see how it is. We were still pretty excited. It didn't really change how excited we were. And we were disappointed. It was a good movie. We liked the movie. It just wasn't great because of, a couple sort of complications we, encountered with, some of the decisions that were made and everything. It was okay,
I think the best thing the movie does is set atmosphere. Oh, no, wait, who said that? Did someone already say that? I know someone said that.
I don't know, dude. One of the reasons I was so excited before watching the movie was the trailers. They were actually amazing. And honestly, I think the trailers of this movie presented the movie better than it actually was. And that was mostly the reason I was kind of disappointed with the movie. It doesn't really meet the original at all.
And the trailers, they don't spoil things, but they ruin scenes that could potentially be scary. There are about 4 scenes that I remember from the trailer, and when I saw them in the movie, I was just waiting for the jump scare to happen.
Yeah. But let's start off with the positives first about this movie. I think that the character of Michael Myers was, of course, done really well for the most part.
Yeah.
Some pretty good kills, although, I just had the feeling of wanting more than just what we got, but it was pretty intense sometimes. There were some really good kind of tributes to the original.
There was a lot of callbacks, yeah.
Although some were really just
on the nose.
You remember that? Yeah. But some of them were very good, and I think, of course, this won't come as a surprise, but I think Jamie Lee Curtis, was the best Laurie Strode in this movie.
Nails
Nails it great acting in this movie. Actually, all around the acting wasn't that well. Like I don't know, I can't really remember.
There's only one
acting.
only one person, and it's a high schooler, and it's the boyfriend character. Not only I couldn't stand him, but his acting was a little over the top. Like, that guy was an idiot.
Yeah.
I thought, so it was actually really intense at some points. There's this great scene where, I'm not going to spoil it, so where the kid's, like, walking around a road where something has happened. That was the scene where I was like, and like I said before, from the beginning to when the slashing happened, those maybe 30 minutes, like, got to me. They freaked me out, man. Like, the sound would start quiet, and then, like, by the end, it's like the entire orchestra of insanity was just blasting in your face, or in your ears, while you present this crazy dark imagery, and it was...
Yeah. I also really like the dynamic. Like, I really like the conflict between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers in this movie. It might be a bit better than the conflict in the original, because in this movie it's really showing how Laurie Strode has really been affected by her encounters with them in the past, and kind of I don't know if Michael Myers remembered her or whatever, but like it was kind of interesting. You could make your own interpretations about that. Some of the kills were like pretty good.
One of them, since we were like, there was very few people in the theater, there was a bunch of like people that just came to see blood. There were some people behind us, and then the person that was next to me, it was Steven, when like the thing happened, he was like, "Oh, that's what I came for." Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not that it wasn't popular or whatever. We just saw it on a Pro D day, so
at 2:40 in the afternoon.
Like
so
we had barely anybody in our theater, and that kind of, I'd rather watch it with like a huge crowd.
Yeah.
But I mean,
to hear everybody scream in the Dolby Digital 7.1 surround sound.
Yeah. I guess let's get into the negatives now. It was disappointing. Humor. While it was funny, I thought it was funny. Not particularly clever humor.
No.
But I'm just immature, so it was really funny to me. And
like, you mean Julian, the little kid? There's this little kid in the movie.
No spoilers. This little kid.
Dude, this guy. I think every review mentions this kid, and we're gonna mention him. He was pretty hilarious.
There's a moment where he could have, really done something. I don't know what he could have done.
And then he just does your outro.
But he literally just pieced out. Like my outro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this other unintentional.
Honestly, though, I was getting so frustrated because the movie was so intense in parts, and then someone just throws in a joke. And it's not... a lot of people have said this in reviews, but like, I'm serious, there was this one moment, particularly with that little kid, it was actually kind of intense. It was this scene in the trailer involving a closet, but then the little kid just had to say something, and I just started laughing so hard when it was supposed to be, intense after that.
See, I don't remember a joke that was said by anybody else besides him that was bad. I don't think the jokes were bad.
They were at the wrong times. Like, I mean, there was
like
one
Korg
scene
at the end of Ragnarok.
No, there was this one scene where this is what was bad to me because it was just so unnecessary. These two cops were just literally sitting in a car talking. Again, no spoilers. I will not spoil anything. There was these two cops. I have to say this. They were sitting in a car just literally talking about what sandwiches they ordered.
And then the guy's like... It was like this...
They were trying to be like Vincent and... I forgot Samuel Jackson's name.
Jules.
And Pulp Fiction when they were talking about the Big Macs or whatever.
Yeah, and they had like the he's like, I cooked this brownie all by myself. Like,
but
it was a scene. So, I had this sandwich.
Yeah, it was a scene right after Michael Myers did some like scary thing or whatever. Yeah. And then it just showed these cops randomly just talking about their sandwiches. And I can't even I don't know. Just go see this movie in a group like we did.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch.
Well,
in a
yeah.
group.
So, but something that did disturb me, like legitimately, is when he's walking around and there's this one shot take or whatever of him like going around killing everybody. That didn't scare me. It's just I was like, this is like horrible.
Yeah.
Like that's the point. I'm just saying that good job.
Yeah, but the humor really put a damper on the intensity, man. I was actually feeling kind of scared, but you know.
Which parts?
Spoilers, man.
No, I'm just saying like. Okay, fine.
And when I was looking at reviews, not a lot of people were talking about this for some reason. False jump scares.
Yeah, I
just
didn't,
way too many jump scares
no one
in
mentioned
general.
it.
Like
And
I know Michael Myers' whole thing is jump scares, but there
Yeah.
were some really stupid false jump scares in this movie.
Okay, here, let me just
Like
say
even
one.
when
Yeah.
even when something was supposed to be like a joke,
Yeah.
they still had to add the musical freaking note.
Yeah, there's this guy, he comes up with like a little horse toy, he goes, "Rawr!" and the music goes, BAM! Just to do what, give us a heart attack for no reason? Like, that was idiotic.
Yeah, I mean,
No
I
one
think-
had mentioned it, so I was thinking, you know what? They might have turned
there
it
was
over a new
definitely like more jump scares in this movie than the original.
leaf. Yeah.
But yeah, like, and some characters were, you know, kind of super super expendable, like he's gonna die,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But interestingly enough, there was one character that I really hated that didn't die, and I was like, bro, what?
Yeah. That guy should have...
The one I hated, like, the
I call
most.
him Mr. Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, and you'll see why when you watch the movie.
Just one other thing, is kind of a positive. The soundtrack was actually
Very,
better.
very well done.
Yeah, because there's this part where the main girl's running down the street, and there's this song that was playing. It was like, damn.
Yeah, I did actually. Now that I forgot about that, but now that I think about it, I like that better than the original movie.
The original, yeah.
Because in the original movie, they just played that song. Like every 2 seconds, they would play that song. In this movie, it was like really when needed, and you know, kind of when you know that Michael Myers is about to go on like a killing spree. Then it starts playing, and it's really fits the scene.
And if any of you guys are thinking, you know, I want to see a Halloween movie with all the synthesizers that go, they're still in the movie. It's a callback to the 70s, so.
Yeah, go in a group, of course. Like I said, we did. There was also actually a lot to talk about afterwards, including future memes.
Dude, oh my god.
When the movie comes out on Blu-ray. Some memes.
Okay, here it is. Okay, let me just explain this part. There's this thing that happens to a certain character at the end, like near the end.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna. And it was so out of the blue, and it happened with a very important character that I was like, okay, and then this big moment happened, and the score went da-da-da, and we just went like, it was so funny. It really was, and then
some unintentionally funny moments, I guess.
Yeah, since Steven went in my ear.
Well, there was actually, I mean, I don't think there was anything really that unintentionally funny except for that one scene.
Yeah, and then, oh my god.
Which was like,
yeah.
What? And I thought they were gonna, like, do some weird turn with the Halloween franchise, and then it lasted for like 3 seconds.
4 minutes.
And then
it ends in the best way.
And it was like, what?
Yeah, and it made it better since Steven went Big Mikey.
Yeah, just all you gotta wait for is Big Mikey. That's it. That's
so good, man.
Not spoiling anything. Just the Big Mikey is a thing.
I choked on my pop because it was so hilarious. Oh god.
Yeah, but overall, it is a good movie. I mean, we kind of seemed like we had more negatives than positives.
We do. It's just we had expectations.
It is a disappointing movie for us. I can see a lot of people like going into this movie and like really loving it just because, you know, it's that's all they want out of this movie. They just want a really, you know, just a fun time in theaters, like just a fun horror movie with Michael Myers. And
And with
there is some really good elements that could have potentially made this even better than the original, but they really fall short with some things. And I forgot to mention, I thought the movie in general was kind of rushed. I mean,
it was?
Yeah, it ended kind of too quickly. They could have added a bit more. And like I said with the kills, like, there wasn't enough of that. There wasn't enough of the horror that I wanted.
Right, because you know what? To be honest, it wasn't that scary.
Yeah,
the only parts that scared me were the beginning.
And I mean, it could have been even more scary had it not been ruined by some of these jokes that made us laugh out loud. I mean, it was really funny. This is probably one of the funniest comedies I've seen all year.
No, come on.
No, I'm serious.
Oh my god.
It made me laugh so... I probably laughed as hard as this as I did in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
By the end, this is a good thing. I didn't really want it to end.
Exactly,
although it was like there was a bunch of stupid stuff that was done in the movie, I wanted to see more.
Well, yeah, I wanted to see it. Like, I did want to see more, but to me, that's in a bad way because it's just I just wasn't like satisfied with everything in the movie by the end. It's not the type of ending where I want it to keep going, like, you know, the original Jurassic Park. I'm just throwing in a random movie.
Just like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, though. The jump scares are just...
Oh, I wanted that to end. No, that movie sucked. But, no, I'm talking about, like, I'm just, like, using a random example. Like, the original Jurassic Park, you don't want that to end.
Lord of the Rings, Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, you don't want it to end because it's just how good it is.
The Hobbit.
I just wasn't satisfied as much as I wanted to be with this movie, but I ultimately would recommend it if you are a fan of horror and just want to go watch a fun horror movie with, you know, another Halloween movie. It is a good Halloween sequel, so there you go.
It's the best one.
It's the best one. I mean, I haven't actually seen
H2O. I can tell you right
seen
now.
More. I've only seen the original Halloween
and
movie.
The Rob Zombie movies are probably top 10 worst horror movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And the first one's probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. White trash.
The first one?
Oh, yeah.
The original Halloween movie?
No! Rob Zombies. Probably in the top 30 worst movies I've ever seen. It makes me angry.
Yeah. But, yeah, enjoyable film. Go see it. I mean, I really do think this movie's going to make a lot of money. And,
yeah.
I mean, I guess I hope it does. It is a fun movie to watch.
Also, about the title, how they just called it frickin' Halloween, I guess because it is, comment down below and tell me what you think it should have been called.
Yeah, it's just Halloween, so we have a third movie in the franchise that's literally just called Halloween.
What would you what would you call it?
But I mean, I guess it would be, everyone would just kind of facepalm if it was called like Halloween Returns or something.
Yeah, that's dumb, but like I guess I call it Halloween Big Mikey just because of No, I'd probably call
best movie meme 2018 is gonna be the Big Mikey thing in this movie.
And so what would you call it?
Call it Halloween 2018. No, I guess we'll grade this movie now. I will say that Halloween is good, and I'm going to give it a B.
And I'm gonna give Halloween 2018 a B-.
Alrighty. So, thank you guys once again. We haven't done a review in a while. I mean, actually, I got a lot of requests from you guys for us to do another review together.
Hey.
So, here it is. But, yeah, I mean, go formulate your own opinion. Some people actually love this movie, like, love it. So, I mean, you know, to us it was just fun. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. I would really appreciate it if you did. And as always, have a great day. Peace out.